So, a 5-minute demo of what shorthand looks like on a computer. I was asked for a screenshot. This will have to do. I have typed these words. This is a 5-minute demo. Over here, you see that HS is how I type this, and THS is a ligature, and it's this symbol. So this is just the S, A is just a dot, the 5 is hidden because that could be a password. I don't want to demonstrate it. Minute, I type that by saying MMET. In actual Gregg, it's the MN symbol with the E loop and the T, and that doesn't look too bad. The E could be dropped down lower. What is OT? So that OT looks pretty ugly. I typed it twice because I wasn't paying attention. Shorthand is a sh sound, and then the NT blend, and they're separated. They're disjoint. Looks, LUS, that looks really ugly. Like is LA, on is ON, A is a dot. Computer is KPRU, and then a separated R. KPU is compute. But KPU I'm using as complete, KPO is compute. The question is why? When KP is complete and compute and keep, why do I have these letters at the end? This, by the way, is a hint of what you can type next. KP is keep, and then KPU I've made complete, and KPO I've made compute. That last vowel is a disambiguator because computerized Gregg has to be determinative. You cannot allow a computer to decide what you mean when you type KP. I need the word to come out instantly, so I created the idea of disambiguators to make the deterministic briefs. So KPU with a D on the end is computed, or with a T on the end, either way. KPU with an S on the end is computes. KPU plus R is computer. You can get KPURS and get computers. Now, I have said that Gregg does not need to be ugly. So let's take a look at my stroke definitions. OT is ugly, right? So let's search for, let's get my keyboard to work and search for an O. And the O is right there. This is how you define the O character. ON looks okay, OE, OB. Let's take a look at the T character. So a T is an L20 minus 12. That means that you are a line going 20 to the right and 12 up. So I'm going to go back and search for O again. I'm going to search here, and I'm going to double click this. That's an O. I'm going to paste in the T. I'm going to make this an O-T with a dash ligature. And that O, so if I commit that, boom, I can now search for it. OT exists. Nothing has changed. OT is still ugly. We need to, let's see, start where you are, go back 5, down 8, back 2, down 8, forward 6, down not at all. We need to back this up a bit more. So let's try 9 and back this up a bit more, and we'll try 0. Now watch up here, I hit commit, and that looks a little better. Let's try not going down quite as far and commit. Ick, that didn't do anything good for me. Alright, so let's go back a little further, and we'll think a -2, and let's make that a 6, and commit. That looks better. So OT now looks more like I want it to, right? I think though I want it to end up further down. So let's make that a 3 and commit. That looks acceptable. So you can modify the way these things look. When you create a ligature, you create flow. And now anything that has that OT in it is going to look this way. If I type the word called, notice that the OT, you've got the KOT, and the O now no longer looks ugly. It would have looked just as ugly as it looked up here. That ligature will now be used everywhere. You said, I have not been going. Let's try it again. I have not been going. All right, so we have the phrase, I have not been going. The I will be capitalized if you use the thing with an upper. Now, this is ugly as sin. I've got what I typed, I've got what it looked like, and I've got the phrase, I've not been going. Now that is AVNBG with a dot after it because it is going. I don't know that you meant to turn that into a phrase that looks like this, but I'm going to type the word average. And I'm going to type, this is not fun. Now I'm going to type the word average. That A looks ugly as sin, right? It's on the wrong side. So I need to create a ligature for AV that puts the A on the correct side of the V and gives you the correct loop, and everything will work. I'm not going to do that in this video, but it's doable. The next thing to demonstrate is that in my editor here, you said, I have not been able, and instead of going, that would just be an A on the end. I have not been able. When you click that, it gives you this. I have to click this. I'm going to put that in my personal dictionary. I have 6 dictionaries here. I've got the supplement and the core, our main dictionaries. But I'm going to put this in my personal dictionary for the time being because of GitHub errors. And so now I can say, I have not been able, and there it is. I do have to remember to capitalize it. And now I have not been able becomes a phrase of mine, and you see the AVNBA. The BA at the end doesn't look terrible. This A does look terrible. It's just a matter of flipping that A. I said I wasn't going to do it in the video, but oh, it makes me hurt so bad. So I'm going to look for my A's. AB I've got. Okay, so let's look for V. And we copy this onto the clipboard. And we go back to our A's. We search for that. We bring this down. We put a space in there. We paste in our V. We make this the AV ligature. And now we are going 16 to the right. Let's just try going 16 to the left. And then we also need to go 18 to the left. We hit commit. And now the A is on the other side. We've at least got the A on the right side. We need to drop it down about 4. So let's take this back to -23. And then we're going to want to move this. Whoa. That's -23, so it's actually up. So I need to make that 15. And then this I need to make from 17 and commit that. And now, you know, it doesn't look quite as bad. Let's go for an 11 and a 23. That looks closer. So now if I go back to here and I type the word average, average also has that A. That ligature becomes available for everything. And it's just a matter of taking the time to go through and do all these. And if somebody absolutely hated the number way of doing it, a GUI could be invented so that you would actually just drag little anchors, but that would be a lot of work. So anyway, I'm going to save this, and then if I commit that back to GitHub, those changes become available to all users as soon as they download it. That is what Qwertigraphy is. You may have noticed that I've got a words per minute here. This is words per minute output. This is words per minute input. So you've got a constant view of what you're doing. My average for this session was 19 words per minute input, 39 words per minute output, input 111 characters, output 228. So in the things that I typed, I got 100% benefit. That's because I typed this phrase several times. That boosted my average. Usually I get about a 30% benefit. That's it.